Hello everyone. I don't know what this video is going, but I wanted to let you know that my name is Tim and my wife Sarah and I are directors in Tupperware. We are the directors of the TNT Tupperware team, and I have kind of a different story as to how we got started in Tupperware. My mom was in Tupperware way back in the 60s and the 70s, and so I grew up. That was when I was young. I grew up around Tupperware, and it has always been a family business. It's always been a business that um, it's just a neat business that you could do, uh, working around your family and just working with your family. And I have a lot of fond memories of Tupperware back in the 60s and 70s. My mom was a manager in Tupperware. She drove one of those iconic Tupperware station wagons that had the wood panel sides that looked like there was wood paneling on the sides. And we just had a lot of good time going down to Florida to the big convention that they have every year called Jubilee. And so I have had a lot of fond memories growing up of Tupperware. Well, then, we got out of Tupperware. My mom retired. She was in Tupperware for almost 25 years. She retired, and she uh, and so I was away from Tupperware for quite some time. And then about a year and a half ago, a friend of mine, on a whim that I hadn't seen in 40 years, she was a high school friend of mine, invited me to an online Tupperware party. And so I was intrigued. I thought, oh, Tupperware, my mom was in Tupperware. I have good memories of Tupperware. And so I decided to join the party and look and see what was going on. And I really liked what I saw. I liked that they had a lot of new things that were really awesome. I liked that they had a lot of uh, uh, old things. They had a good mixture of old things. Excuse me, my dog just jumped up on me. I have a lot of mixture of old things as well. And I liked that I found out that it was still a family business, not a family owned business. It's not owned by a family, but it's still family oriented business. Just really neat business. And the opportunities and the rewards and the things that you could get through Tupperware were still there. And so my wife and I decided to give it a try. It's kind of funny because we actually signed up under my wife's name because at that time I was doing another direct sale business and myself, and so we signed up under my wife's name. And but then she ended up going back to school, and so I ended up taking charge of the business. And I was familiar with Tupperware anyway from when I was younger, and so I ended up taking over the business. And we've done very, very well. I've been involved in other direct sale businesses before, and been moderately successful. But with Tupperware, it just took off on its own. And we've been very successful. We are now directors. We've worked our way up through being a consultant and through the manager ranks, and we are now directors, and we just earned our first car. So you wouldn't understand how, I'm trying to think of the right word, uh, how much that means to our family. My wife and I are full time missionaries. We got into Tupperware just to make some extra income because missionaries don't make a whole lot of money. And we uh, we have never been able to have a car, a new car especially. We've always had old cars. Our cars were always falling apart, things like that. So being able to earn a car and have a reliable vehicle so that we could drive around has been really, really a blessing to us and really special to us. And just the other things, we're about ready, hopefully, to earn a trip to Disney World in the next couple months. And uh, so that's really special as well because I worked at Disney World for 13 years when I was younger. I'm from Florida. I lived in Florida for 19 years and worked at Disney World for 13 years. And um, I've never been able to take my family back to see it. This was before marriage and everything, and I've not been able to take my family back to see the places where I worked and the things that I did and the specialness of Disney. And so I'm excited that we're about ready to earn a trip to Disney World as well. Excuse me, I get kind of emotional talking about this sometimes. But it has really been a blessing to us. And I really encourage you to read the post that Michelle is putting on here and uh, really consider what this could do for your family. We have worked this around our ministry, so it's not something you have to do necessarily full time. I probably work at it a little bit more than some because we're directors and things like that. But I'm still able to do ministry, and my wife is still, she's taking a break from going to school, but she's going to be going back to school and things like that. And I really encourage you to take a look at this opportunity, see what it could do for your family, because Tupperware is a special company, and it sells itself. And if I can do it after all these failures with all these other direct sell companies, then you can do it too. And so just take a look. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.